Okay, we'll be doing numbers 1, 5, and 9 off the worksheet that's on the agenda. So check the agenda and take a look. 1, 5, 9, 9 right there. I'll do number 11 over here. And that's 4 examples. And then you'll try 1 through 12. And you have the answer key. So we're good there. So don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't you freak out. Hey, eyes on me. There's nobody here. Okay, let's try number 1. So this is our lesson on dividing radicals. So far we have added and subtracted them. We have multiplied them. We haven't done much with dividing other rationalized denominator. You see that right there. So we will be doing more of that. Look for cancellation, okay? So write down number 1 on a piece of paper and then take a look at it. And you want to see, is there something that you can cancel here, or should we just go straight to simplifying any radicals? Radical 15, nothing simplifies. You probably just want to leave that alone for now. Can you make 20 look like 15 so it disappears? Well, no, not with multiplication, not with factors. 20, you could go like, 4 and 5, which is probably what we're going to do. You could do 10 and 2, but then nothing simplifies and nothing cancels there. You could cancel 5s, but yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's simplify this thing right here, this piece. So outside of the problem, so you don't gunk it up, okay? Like, simplify that. Radical 20 is 4 and 5. We know this. Okay, this is 2 radical 5. So take this and put it back in its place. We got radical 15 over 5 times 2 radical 5. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and multiply that together, but then we cannot leave this in the denominator, which is the same thing we're going to be doing right here, if you just take a peek. See that? We're going to be multiplying top and bottom by radical 5. Let's do that here. Okay? So times radical 5. This is where you ask yourself, what's radical 5 times itself? 5, good. And this is 10. See how it's 5 times 2 times 5. Okay, well that sounds like 50. 5 times 2 is 10, times 5 is 50. So on the bottom we have 50. And then you just got to ask yourself, what do you have on the top right now? Okay, so we've got over 50. 15 and 5. 15 times 5 is 75. Okay. Are we done? That's what you want to ask yourself. Am I done? Is there something I can still simplify? I hope you're saying, yeah, there's still something we could do, which is right here. So take the 75 and split it up into 2 factors. Again, come off to the side, do your scratch work, much like we did with the 20. Okay. So we got 75 is 25 times 3. That's 5 radical 3. Okay, let's bring that back in. 5 radical 3. Oops, can't write today. Over 50. Oh, right, it was supposed to be jammies day today. It's supposed to be jammies. See, I'm in my jammies. Are you in your jammies? Sweet, we'll have a jammy day. Is there something we can still do? All right, the 5 and the 50. Let's simplify that. So what, 5 over 50 is 1 over 10. So you can divide this by 5. You can divide that by 5. And I think we're pretty much done. So we've got radical 3 times 1, which is radical 3, over 10. Radical 3 over 10. I hope the answer key says that. It does. Okay, good. Or else we made a mistake. And I'm not very good. Or I'll just change the video. That's all I'd have to do. I could just, never mind. I can rewind. I can cut. I can edit. I don't know how to edit. All right, here we go. See what I did there? You cannot divide by an irrational number. We're not allowed to do that. So multiply top and bottom by radical 5. We've already discussed this back here, that it's 5. There was some other stuff there, so it turned into 50. But right here, we're going to have 4 radical 5 over 5. I don't know. That doesn't simplify. I think we're good. I'm just going to leave it like that. You might be asking yourself, what kind of, it's not even an answer. It's a simplified form of the expression. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it's what we got. Okay? And just don't look over here because you're not even going to see it. Oh, gross. Number 9. So I'm skipping. No, I went 1, 5. I'm going to 9. We'll go to 11 next. I know that doesn't fit the trend, but I just want to do 4 problems, and I picked these 4. So over here, we're introducing some variables. Not a big deal. We know how to handle that. What I would do is kind of look at the top, look at the bottom, see if there's anything that you could just cancel right away. See those y cubes? Those could actually go right now, okay? So think of the parts that you have on the top. You've got a radical 3, you've got an x squared, you've got a y cubed, we've got a 4, not underneath the radical. We have a radical 5, an x, and a y cubed. Same is true with multiplication. You know how like you're only allowed to multiply radicals times radicals and numbers times numbers? Same is true there. You can only cancel these if they're both underneath a radical or they're both not. So those y cubes, I mean it's a different color, those are going to go away. And that's okay. It's all multiplication and they're the same. So we're going to just get rid of those. Do you see anything else that we could simplify? Let's look there. I see this piece. That's just x, okay? And then nothing else seems to cancel or simplify with that. Radical x will not cancel with x, so don't make that mistake. But, well, you know, we could. Nah. Let's just do it. Okay, here we go. Radical 3. I'm going to put the x right there. I'm just going to move that over. Because anytime you simplify, you always bring it to the front. Then we've got over. Okay, put that back together in one house, and let's multiply top and bottom by the radical. Okay, what's radical 5x times radical 5x? Well, over here, radical 5 times radical 5 was 5, so it just must be 5x. So let's go with that. So we've got 4 times 5x. Can I just write that? Is that okay? 4 times 5 is 20, and there's an x there. Okay, I think we're good. Now on the top, we've got an x, and then you've got radical 3 times radical 5x, so that's radical 15x. Like that. Are we done yet, is the question. I hope you're saying no to yourself. There's one more thing you can do. Let me get out the red pen again, marker, whatever you want to call it. These two right here. Dun, dun, dun. They are both not underneath the radical. It's x over x. You can cancel that. That's okay. So here's what I got. I got radical 15x over 20. Oh, wait, I can't see the answer key. That's what the answer key says. It must be right. Shoot, let's go for it. Booyah. Dum, dum, dum. And now to number 11. Oh, sorry, teaching makes me thirsty. Whew. Oh, hey, here we go. This is number 11. I'll put this down. It's good. It's good. Okay, let's deal with this guy. What do you see? What should we do? Well, we know we can't have this. If you're going to get cancellation out of these three things, you don't see the three parts. Let me highlight the three parts. You can see the three parts. Here's a 3. Aha. Okay. Okay. If you're going to cancel something in all three parts, it has to be in all three parts. You can't just like cancel the 3's. That'd be silly. You're subtracting them, by the way. It's in the numerator. Don't do it. The radical A exists in 2 of the parts. Let's cancel it. Don't cancel it. I'm kidding. Don't. Jeez. Just don't. Water's good. It's just water. Just water. Yeah. Don't cancel that. So what do? It feels like we're stuck. Well, we can still simplify this piece, or it can't be there, so we need to get rid of it. So you're going to multiply the top and the bottom by radical 8a. Okay? Here we go. Put it in a different color. Very fancy. You're going to have to distribute it to that. So don't freak out. Okay, what piece you want to deal with first? The top? Okay, let's do the top. We'll act like the bottom doesn't exist for now. And let's just multiply this to both terms that are in the numerator. Miss a multiply. Can you actually multiply the 3 times the radical 8? The answer is, of course, not really. So you just kind of stick them next to each other. 3 radical 8a minus, and here we go again. Blow up that parenthesis. Now, this can be multiplied times the radical 3a because they're both underneath the radical. The 3, not so much. So let's put the 3 here. Go ahead and take 8 times 3 underneath the radical. So that's 24. And then a times a, which we know to be a squared. Extend that out a little bit. There you go. This is looking beautiful so far. Now on the bottom, we've talked about this over there. I was over there, now I'm over here. You can multiply these together and it's just itself, right? So 8a times 8a is 8a if it's underneath the radical, and then times 4. So if I did 4 times 8a, can I just write 32a over there? Let's do that. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to tell you we're done yet because we're very close to done, actually. What can we do? Let's look for common factors or things that simplify still. No here. Definitely not there because they're just kind of stuck. But right here we have 2 elements that could be simplified. So let's do them a piece at a time. Let's take the 24 off to the side, right? And that's 4 times 6. That's 2 radical 6. Okay, 2 radical 6. Got it. And that's this piece right here. Now the a squared, if you take the square root of that, don't you just get a? You do. All right, so I'm going to bring this down and just rewrite everything I see in its place. And when I hit this simplified stuff, here we go. 3. We've got a 2 radical 6. That was this part right here. And then we've got an a, which is this part right here. Okay? All over 32a. That still looks messy. Let's see if we can finish. What do you see here? Oh, you see this radical 8 that we could have messed with from the beginning that we didn't? Oh, you didn't catch that? Oh, okay. That's all right. I didn't catch it either. Let's simplify that part. So 8 is, that's easy. 4 and 2. 2 radical 2. Bring that back into this place, with the radical a right there. So that's going to look like this. We got 3 times 2 radical 2, and there's still the a, so I guess we can leave the a. Over here, we already did all the mess, work, so we just got to put it back together. Minus 3. You know what? That seems kind of silly. Can I just multiply this together, please? Please? Okay, fine, thanks. I'm going to do it. 6, 2a. 6, radical 2a. Thank you. Over there, I need to do 3 times 2 is 6. There's an a. And there's a radical 6. Over 32a. All over 32a. Not 2a. Okay, guys. Now remember what I said back here. I don't know if you can still see this over here. It has to exist in all 3 pieces for you to cancel. We didn't have that at the beginning. So let's look at all 3 pieces now. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Do we now have the same factor in all 3 pieces, either outside of the radical or inside the radical, that we can cancel? Yes, it's a 2. Divide this by 2. That's a 3. Divide this by 2. That's also a 3. And divide this by 2, and that's a 16. All right, so in simplified form, we have 3 radical 2a minus 3a radical 6 all over 16a. Uh-oh, this marker's starting to die. Wait, let me look at the answer key again. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You can check it for yourself. Let's see if I make this. Get in there, baby. Totally went in. So that's your lesson for today. Thank you for watching. And there'll be another one tomorrow and the next day. So go to the desk mouse activity now. After you finish the first page, you get your practice done and make sure you feel okay with that. And check the answer key. Maybe mark in, email them any questions that you have, and complete the desk mouse activity, and you're good for today. All right. Have fun in your jammies.